Today on MUFC Pulse, we'll dive into some incredibly intriguing news. United eyes swift loan swoop, and Viktor Gyokeres drops pre-match bombshell. For more on this story, check out the video. We also have some equally exciting football news coming up, so stay tuned until the end to catch it all. Welcome to MUFC Pulse. Don't forget to subscribe and press the bell for more updates. United weighing up loan move for midfielder in this January. On Thursday, United announced their decision to part ways with Casemiro at the end of the campaign. The Brazilian has been a stalwart under both Erik ten Hag and Ruben Amorim, and he is expected to play an influential role under Carrick as well. United would ideally look to find a successor for the 33-year-old come the summer. Recently, Manchester United have been heavily linked with Wilfred Ndidi, who has emerged as a viable January target. Speaking on his YouTube channel, Fabrizio Romano reported that Ndidi would be keen on returning to England and has been offered to United. The 29-year-old midfielder, who currently captains Besiktas in Turkey, has a wealth of Premier League experience under his belt. The former Leicester City star offers robust tackling and exceptional duel-winning ability. Now, United are considering a £12 million offer with a purchase option for Ndidi. Since joining Besiktas, Wilfred Ndidi has become a pivotal figure in the middle of the park, clocking up 14 appearances and averaging 85 minutes per match. As club captain, he has shown great efficiency in possession, averaging roughly 60.6 touches and delivering 38.5 accurate passes per game. While his primary focus is sitting deep, Ndidi still contributes to the attack with 0.5 key passes per match and has one goal contribution to his name. However, his greatest strengths remain defensive. He averages 2.7 tackles per game and boasts a highly impressive duel success rate, marking him out as one of the toughest holding midfielders currently in the league. Viktor Gyokeres issues surprising statement ahead of fixture. The Premier League's 23rd match week of the 2025-26 campaign is set to deliver a proper classic as league leaders Arsenal host Manchester United at the Emirates Stadium. This fixture carries immense weight for both sides, who find themselves in starkly contrasting runs of form. The Gunners are desperate to find their clinical edge to maintain their spot at the summit, while a resurgent United arrive in North London brimming with confidence following a string of impressive results. Mikel Arteta's men are currently under the microscope. Despite holding on to top spot, the North London outfit have looked toothless in their last two outings. Back-to-back goalless draws have sparked concerns over a lack of creativity and finishing in the final third. Arsenal's usual attacking flair seems to have deserted them at a crucial juncture, leaving the chasing pack breathing down their necks and piling the pressure on for this home clash. In stark contrast, Manchester United are enjoying a honeymoon period under the stewardship of Michael Carrick. Their recent triumph over Manchester City in the Manchester Derby at Old Trafford provided more than just 3 points. It delivered a massive psychological boost. That victory has propelled the Red Devils to 5th in the table, reigniting their hopes for a Champions League spot and perhaps even an outside shot at the title race. Much of the pre-match talk has centered on Viktor Gyokeres, with the Swedish international expected to lead the line in the starting 11. Thus far, the striker has netted 9 goals in 27 appearances across all competitions for the Gunners. This tally has divided opinion among the Emirates faithful, especially given the hefty expectations and the big money tag that followed his move to North London during the last transfer window. The dip in Gyokeres' output is undeniable when compared to his phenomenal record at Sporting Lisbon, where he plundered 54 goals in just 52 matches. However, many pundits argue that his current form is a natural part of the Premier League adjustment phase. Adapting to the pace and physicality of English football takes time, a struggle also mirrored by Benjamin Sesko this season. There is a sense of irony in Gyokeres spearheading the Arsenal attack, given he was a primary target for United before his move to the capital. As the tension builds toward kickoff, the football world is eager to see if the Swede can silence his critics against the very club that once coveted his signature. The battle between Arsenal's midfield maestros and a United backline that has become increasingly resolute under Carrick's tutelage is expected to be the deciding factor in this high-stakes encounter. Ahead of the match, the Arsenal striker addressed the growing speculation by insisting he remains entirely unfazed by external expectations or his current goal-scoring record. He acknowledged the inevitable pressure and the constant comparisons to his prolific form last season, yet argued that the unique rigors of the Premier League cannot be simplified by mere statistics. For the Swede, true validation comes from his tangible contribution to the team's effort rather than his market value, as he maintains a singular focus on securing a victory for the Gunners and finding the net against United at the Emirates. This level-headed approach reflects a maturity that Arsenal fans will find encouraging. By prioritizing the collective success of the team over individual accolades, Gyokeres may provide the calm head needed for a squad that has looked increasingly anxious during their recent goal drought. With the atmosphere reaching fever pitch, the clash at the Emirates promises to be a cagey and intense affair from the first whistle. Arsenal need to prove they have the mettle of champions, while Manchester United are out to show that their revival is the real deal. Whichever side prevails will gain a massive psychological edge for the remainder of the 2025-2026 season. Man United step up midfield pursuit with dual focus on priority signings and backup options. The hierarchy at Old Trafford is reportedly working overtime to overhaul the squad's engine room, with a definitive focus on securing elite midfield talent this coming summer. Manchester United have made no secret of their desire to inject fresh energy into the middle of the park, keeping a watchful eye on a curated shortlist of prospects. While the rumor mill has been spinning for months, it is understood that the club has identified its primary targets, though they remain pragmatic about the complexities of the transfer market. At the top of the Red Devils' wish lists sit Elliot Anderson and Carlos Baleba, two players seen as the blueprint for the club's future identity. Both youngsters possess the dynamism and technical ceiling that the recruitment team believes can transform United's transition play. However, the board is acutely aware that high-profile pursuits often hit roadblocks, leading them to draft a comprehensive list of sophisticated alternatives to ensure they aren't left short-handed when the window slams shut. Amongst those alternative options is Borussia Dortmund's Felix Metscher, a player who has quietly climbed the ranks of United's scouting reports. At 25 years of age, the midfielder is entering his prime and is viewed as a versatile operator capable of anchoring a midfield or driving forward. His profile has gained significant traction within the walls of Carrington as the club prepares for a seismic shift in their tactical setup following the upcoming departure of a legendary figure. Indeed, Manchester United are reportedly projecting Metscher as a potential successor to Casemiro. The veteran Brazilian has confirmed he will be bidding farewell to the Old Trafford faithful at the end of the 2025-2026 campaign, leaving a massive void in terms of leadership and defensive stability. Replacing a player of such stature is a tall order, but the recruitment team believes Metscher's physical attributes and tactical intelligence make him a viable candidate to fill those sizable boots. The interest in the Dortmund man is said to be championed by Michael Carrick, whose influence on the club's scouting direction remains substantial. Carrick is reportedly a keen admirer of Metscher's flexibility, the player's ability to alternate between a disciplined holding role and a more expansive box-to-box remit is a rare commodity. This adaptability is seen as a crucial asset for a United side that has often struggled with tactical rigidity in high-stakes fixtures. Securing Metscher's signature, however, will be far from a walk in the park. Borussia Dortmund currently hold all the cards in negotiations, with the player tied down to a contract that runs until 2028. Crucially, the deal does not include a release clause, meaning the German giants are under no immediate pressure to sell. Dortmund have a well-earned reputation for being tough negotiators, and they are unlikely to let one of their prized assets leave without a significant fight. Financial reports suggest that the Bundesliga outfit would only entertain a conversation if a bid in the region of £52 million were to land on their desk. For now, Dortmund's stance is one of preservation. They are intent on keeping Metscher as a cornerstone of their project. In fact, whispers from the Westfalen Stadion suggest the club is even preparing a contract extension to be tabled once the current winter window concludes, effectively putting up the shutters against English interest. There is a poetic layer to this potential transfer, as Metscher is a product of the Manchester City Academy. A move to the red side of the city would certainly stir the pot in the northwest. When recently quizzed about a potential return to English soil, the midfielder remained characteristically diplomatic. While he reiterated his absolute commitment to the Dortmund cause, he stopped short of ruling out a future move, acknowledging the undeniable lure of the Premier League. As the summer approaches, the Red Devils find themselves at a crossroads in their recruitment strategy. Whether they land their primary targets or pivot to a plan B like Metscher, the objective remains clear. The midfield must be reinforced to compete at the highest level. With Casemiro's exit looming, the pressure is on the United board to ensure that whoever walks through the doors at Old Trafford is ready to hit the ground running in one of the world's most demanding leagues. Hit that like button, subscribe, and let us know in the comment your opinion.